the copyright for Toram Online's background music. Jeez, man. Whatever. Open YouTube and it immediately goes to shorts. Okay. Oh, okay. I was in the middle of eating because I just got home. Okay. So, since the VOD for the last. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Let me go into OBS. I can't stand to hear myself. Advanced audio properties. Monitor off. There we go. You guys are. I'm just gonna have to trust that this stays on. I'll check on it occasionally, but I think what was happening was that I kept bumping like my mouse into the cord to the mic, so it just kept like it. It kept like knocking it out, so you guys couldn't hear me. So I'm gonna have to trust that you guys hear me. Okay, so starting off this live stream, I guess we'll explain what happened in the last one, since the bot is no longer available. Um, Gosh, that's loud. Ooh, silver chest. Sorry, I've been open this. Come on, Palulu. Okay, well. Wow, just look at that. What are the chances of that? What are the chances of four bottoms? By the way, I'm sorry if it's loud to you guys. Let me mess with this a little bit. Hopefully that's better. The reason I had it loud was because the mic was far away from my face. So, since the VOD is no longer available, we'll talk for a little bit about what I did last stream. So, in the last stream, we finished like leveling up my two-hand sword mercenary, which is right here, right here, right here, right here. We could take a look at them. So what we'll do, back, I say, back, dissolve, switch over to them. Let me finish eating. Let me hurry up and get this out of the way. Because I know y'all probably hate to hear a motherfucker slurp on some noodles or on pasta. Here it is. Two-hand sword character. Level 45. At the very least, I wanted to get it to level 40, to level 45. For the sole reason of just like I thought that was a good level to kind of leave off at and move on to my tank. Because it's important to start working on the tank. So this is kind of what I've gone to in stats. Not that this matters. Against status ailments, I'll have to look at this. We're going to be doing a bit of research, by the way. We'll just do this. But gosh, where did I leave off? Yeah, so we got it to level 45. I thought it was a good area to leave off at, and then move on to the tank because we got to work on the tank. Let's take a look at the skills real quick. So this is what we have so far. When I get more skill points, I'll keep putting them into this right here, the sword techniques. And then I'll save skill points until we get the next few skill trees. I have no idea if we'll ever like reset these characters or redo like their level ups or whatever. But for now, I'm liking it. I guess I might have gotten Halberd for Quick Aura, perhaps. That or Warcry Struggle, probably. Godspeed Will, maybe? Wield? Who knows? Maybe for Quick Aura. Not quite sure why I got it. Monafu, I got it for this, the two-handed. The passive increases our stats. We'll take a look at that in a second. Actually, sorry about that. We will check that now. So, bam, bam, bam. Here, let me go into OBS so you guys can see this. switch the window to, I'll put the display capture, or window capture. Okay, there you go. You guys should be able to see everything. So here's Corn Club. I have the stream pulled up on my phone. I'm just making sure it's all good. So here it is, Corn Club. Let's take a look at Monafu skills just to see exactly what we're working with the thingy thing. By the way, if you guys consider this cheating, I'm sorry. I figured that why not use Corn Club? It's a good resource. Where is it? Two-handed. There we go. So, other. You get 10% weapon attack at level 10, 10% accuracy, 5 critical rate, and 5 stability. Which is nice. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm still eating. I'm sorry. I literally had gotten home like 30 minutes ago, man. Cut me some slack. Let me, one second. Okay. Now, my undivided attention. So, we got the two-handed, again, because of the passive here, which this is still a pretty good passive. I wasn't quite sure what it did. I knew that it increased some stats. I knew for sure our attack would be increased. I didn't know about the accuracy or crit rate or stability. I wasn't quite sure exactly which stats it increased. All I knew was that it had the ability to do like this stuff. Wonder. Ninja Spirit skill level. Wait, Now I'm curious. I mean, not that we would be able to really use it, but I wonder what the Book of Ninja looks like. Is it here? Where is it? Ninja skills. Because I know it has a passive as well. Available with all weapons. So, a Book of Ninja might be good. Because I can learn the rules of Shinobi Ninja, slightly boost dodge and reduce aggro a little. If the skill is level 10, the skill 2-handed will be applicable even if the ninjas... Okay, whatever. And... yeah, okay. So, this is all that matters. Reduces aggro. Sorry about that. Let me mute it. Or put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Okay. That's all we needed to see. So, let me switch back to Toram. Okay. By the way. Okay, Toram. The mic is still being picked up. Paranoid. So, we got the two-handed thing because I felt like it would be good for a two-handed sword character. Like, the passive would be good. And then battle skills, I've yet to go into it, but obviously attack up, whack, critical up. So you go 10, 5, 10, 10. Not sure about this. I mean, again, this is why I like Corn Club. I can just go over here and look up the skills. Give me 1 second. Just so you guys can see. I know you don't want to be left out. Let's see. Attack up at level 10. Caster level? Oh. Okay, I see what this is. So, if I was level 10. Okay, that's actually cool. I didn't know that they had that. So if I was level 100, what would be the bonus from attack up? So attack up is not really all that useful, I think, in the beginning then. Because 25 attack ain't that great. But later on down the line, when we're like 175 or something like that, oh, that's 1,000. 175? Like, it might be okay. What is whack? 10% chance to increase the damage dealt by 20%. Does not activate for placed skills. The damage increase is applied additively with some other skill modifiers. Modifiers such as LR damage and sword techniques. Oh, passive. Oh, okay. And martial discipline. Defense up. Defense up is not going to be important. This is useless. Like, it doesn't matter. You can be level 2000. This shit don't matter. Defense and magic defense don't matter. Dodge don't really matter. Critical up. Level 10. That's really good. So that would be worth getting up. Increased energy. Okay. Intimidating power is the same. Okay, secret chase attack. Additional equipment. Oh. Super grip. This is a useless fucking skill. Super grip is dumb. Anyways, sorry. There we go. We're back on Toram. So that's kind of what we have so far for the two-handed sword mercenary. So we worked on that all last stream. Did a bunch of leveling. Of course, leveling up is super annoying. But thankfully we're done with that and we can move on to our mercenary. So that's kind of what we're going to be messing with all stream today. For however long we decide to stream. And I know our first order of business. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Settings. No. Let's get our mercenary. So, our first order of business is to start getting some equipment for our tank. Blacksmith. Let's get in here. Create equipment. So I was looking for at least some beginner equipment for our tank, the one that I'm going to be playing. I'm not expecting to do any damage. That's why our two-handed sword mercenary is here. I just need to survive, right? So you'll notice here that I have like the magician's ring equipped. It gives me a ton of MP, which is what I need for skills. I do not have all that much attack or magic attack. I don't plan to. I just need to survive, and I need MP to survive. So what I'm looking for is an additional gear, a wolf garb, a shield, and a shorthand sword. A wolf garb? Did I say wolf garb? I'm looking for armor that will help, because this armor is good for, like, it might be useful somewhat, but it's better for the two-hand sword mercenary than it is for me. So it's probably good to find some armor. So armor, a shield, a sword, and an additional. So at the end of the stream yesterday, I already did some research looking into it, and we have the one-handed sword right here, the accordion fold sword. This sword, the reason why it's so good, why it's so awesome, is because of this right here. It has AMPR plus 3 and aggro plus 30%. The AMPR, I think, is one of the best parts about it, because every time we attack, we're going to get a little bit of mana back. And there are ways to increase AMPR, right? And there's not too many ways in the beginning, especially if we're not going to be getting help from other players. So it's like getting this plus 3 for the beginning is going to be nice, plus 30% aggro. That's what we want. And that's kind of like all we have access to for right now. I'm not looking for the best. I'm looking for something, right? And I mean, none of this matters, right? None of this matters right here. I can get the Gladius easy. Accordion fold sword. I don't know where I could get it if it's dropped. So actually, let me look. Accordion fold sword. I'm sorry, I'm on corn. I'm not going to keep switching back and forth with y'all. It literally is only craftable figures. Okay, so once we do that, then we can move on to a shield. So let's just focus on that for now. Sadly, we need to go back to the Forest Wolf. And to go back to the Forest Wolf, I feel like I need to be leveled up a little bit more. We got a reset book. By the way, don't worry, we're not going to be keeping half of this crap, so whenever you see me with a event exclusive item, is like I'll discard it eventually. Let's lock that. Start locking some of this stuff. Okay. So first is the 4-leaf clover, and then the underground ruins. Actually, god dang it. Actually, no, never mind. Never mind. I don't gotta go back in there. So what we need are 25 bat wings and 1 4-leaf clover. So let's go get the wings quickly. So we can find them in the underground ruins. So that's where we'll go first. And by the way, so I didn't get I tried saying this yesterday on stream, but I have my mic issues, and I'm still paranoid that I have mic issues. Thankfully, it's picking me up. Hopefully, it's picking me up. Let me hear the stream. Okay, yeah, it's still picking me up. Gosh, what was I about to say? There are gonna be like some people who are watching the live stream, and if you're wondering if like you just come into the live stream and you're like, bro's talking to himself, right? Like no one's talking in chat. Yeah, he's freaking talking. I'm talking to the people who watch the VOD afterwards, because I know there are some people who live in the Philippines or whatever that watch, and they're not awake right now, but they watch the VOD afterwards. So like you guys are awake when I'm not awake or some crap like that. I don't know, and time zones. So this is for them, because I know they go and watch through the VOD or whatever, so might as well explain it for them while they're you know, if they decide to watch this later, instead of just only addressing what's asked at the moment. So, where am I going? I'm just... Here's where we need to be. Oh god. Let me, shortcuts. So, for now, thankfully, all we need to worry about is getting these bat wings. It's a shame, though. It's a shame that yesterday's stream had such a massive slip-up. Like, I spent the whole, like, hour and a half that stream was on talking. And, like, it didn't pick up any of it. Which is so ridiculous. It actually annoyed the fuck out of me. Because on top of the stream, a bunch of recordings of mine did not have audio in it either. And it's just like, look, check this out. Hold up. Let me see if I can pull it up. Because it's so ridiculous. It is absolutely so ridiculous. Like, I don't know. Let me see if I can let you guys just see the whole screen on OBS. I'm still new with OBS. So, display capture. Okay, so you guys should see this. Let's see. Maybe? I don't know. Doesn't seem like you guys are. No. Yeah, no. It's not showing you. No. There we go. You guys get to see File Explorer. So, here's File Explorer. I don't know if... Okay, doing this does help, I think. Okay, so, these are all the videos I was recording, alright? check this out. Where is it? Is it this one? I don't know if it'll... No. No, that won't show it. Where is it? That's not it either. Okay. Found it. I found it. Oh, this is so disappointing. God damn it. I can't show it. I don't know how to show you guys this. Display capture. Game capture, maybe? Media player? Come on. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Whatever. It's not, I mean, important because even if I could show you, like, hold up. Oh my god, there we go. Okay. So, here's the video. Let's see, is it gonna actually show it? No, it's not. I hate fucking OBS sometimes. Whatever. Anyways, I recorded 50 minutes of gameplay on one game, no audio the whole time, and I didn't know until I went back to go edit it. And I was like, man, when am I gonna start speaking? Apparently never. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing. Yeah, no. And then I also recorded a Toram video where I talked about the Halloween event. That one I could easily redo, but I'm just pissed that like none of it stuck. Like none of the recording, like hours of recording. It was hours of recording gone down the drain. Because Toram took the video took like 30 minutes or so to record, and then the video I made was a video on Vane, which I'll edit maybe tonight. That recording, like, fucking sucked. 1 second. Check my notifications. That recording fucking sucked because they didn't have any audio. I mean, I'll still use clips from it, but it's just like I was having the most fun. I swear to God, that was like gonna be, I think, a really good video, and it's just like no audio whatsoever. So it was a really disappointing night because I spent the whole night making content. Like I put a post. What was it, like yesterday or the day before? No, it was the day before, I think, or yesterday. I can't remember. Days passing by. Just talking about how like I haven't been able to really make content. I've been busy, and then whenever I do get home, I'm just so tired at the end of the day. And it's just like I spend that whole night making content, right? Like I'd like to think I busted my ass making content, and all of it was for nothing, right? And all because it's like my fucking like the way I moved my mouse was bumping into the wire of the mic, and it disconnected it over time. So that's awesome. So I took the mic out, put the mic into the other side where my mouse isn't at, so the mic should stay connected. It shouldn't have any problems. I am not targeting you. I'm targeting bats, man. So yeah. Anyways, it's again just in general disappointment. But I can still make the video on Vane. I can still make a video on Vane, and I could just redo the Toram video. So it's not like I lost too much. Thankfully, I found out that problem before too much happened. Again, the only part that I'm super disappointed about was Vane. This character is I guess, I don't know. I wonder if people who watch the VOD can see chat. I don't know. I guess I'll check that out later. I don't know how to say your name. Baloo Shop 13. What's good? What character is this? This is the tank character. So, I'll show you right quick. Um, the two-handed sword mercenary is what I have following me around. It's level 45. It's pretty decent for now. This is the tank character that I'm making. Right now we're farming its tank weapon. So, right now we just need 20 bat wings, which we're close. We need 5 more. But yeah, I was in the middle of talking about a little mistake that ruined the live stream yesterday, that ruined all my recordings yesterday. Just fun. Is it Baloo? Is that your name? Is it Baloo or Baloo? Baloo Shop 13. Interesting. Okay. Usually I butcher names. Yeah. So, now I'm paranoid. So I really hope you guys can actually hear me, which I guess you guys can hear me by the, due to the fact that you say I got your name right. 2 more. By the way, what am I picking up from this guy? This Jack Pudding. Discard. We're discarding. If you ever see me discarding any of the limited time event stuff, just remember, you can look at it in the description of this live stream. No event limited items or foods or anything of that sort or of that nature. So, I'm trying to stick true to that. But yeah, so the live stream is what pissed me off the most, because I thought it was a really good live stream. Yes, Baloo, like balloon, but no N. Okay. Yeah. I guess I was just a little confused because of the U, but I imagine it's like almost like another language, so the U is like silent or something, maybe? Not sure. Come on. Just 2 more bat wings and we can move on to the more annoying item, which is the 4-leaf clover. But yeah, anyways, all we missed was a Yap Fest from last stream. So this stream, we're just, catching up on what I was doing, or what I was doing in the last stream, and what we're going to be doing in this stream, and potentially other live streams. So, we're trying to craft the accordion fold sword, which I could show y'all right quick. So, bam, we'll go to this. Okay, cool. So, this is what I'm crafting right now. Is the accordion fold sword. It's not the best sword in the game, by far, even amongst craftables. But I think for a beginner tank, this will be really good, because we get 30% aggro, and then 3% AMPR, or not 3%, but 3 flat AMPR, which it's something. So I think it's good for a beginner tank. I think it's really good for a beginner tank. But eventually I'll replace it. So, one more wing. Where are the Nemicos, man? They rationing these Nemicos around here. The fuck? Where are these bats at, man? Oh, y'all hiding out here. Oh, thank God, dude. I think that's it. Hell yeah. Let's go back. Actually, let's hurry up and get through this part of the main mission, because we're still leveling this guy up right here. But yeah, so for any of you in the live stream who don't know what's happening, check the description. This is the IronMan challenge, where we don't interact with players, technically, even though I'll interact with y'all in the live stream, but I don't get no help from players. I don't get none of that stuff. This is essentially like a single player game. So everything I do and everything I get done is going to be... it has to have my hands on it and nobody else's. So it's pretty much a thing of pure skill, I guess. I already died once. and I had to redo it. Oh, but I guess just proof right quick. Quickly. Motherfucker, stop. Quickly. Look at that. Defeated 0, so I've not died yet. My mercenary one tapped it. Let's get out, because I would have farmed here till level 17, and I don't have to do that. So, next we got to go to the Forest Wolf to get that 4-leaf clover. Then we can go and craft that accordion fold sword. But after that, I need to look for a shield. I'm reading your comment as I'm talking about. I don't know what shield I'm gonna look up. Like, I'm probably gonna take a look really quick at Corn Club maybe to see what shield I might grab, because more likely than anything a mob drop shield is probably gonna be better, because from what I saw in the crafting whatever, the blacksmith wasn't all that good. I mean, I could take a look again, but from what I remember yesterday, there wasn't nothing that stuck out to me. Let's see. We can stop by the blacksmith real quick. Oh gosh, let me readjust. My butt went numb. Yesterday after the stream, my butt was numb as shit. I stood up and that shit hurted. Like, god dang. Let's see, shield. Like, I'll start from down here. Like, this was like probably like the best shield I saw. God dang it. This was probably the best shield I saw. Like 5% aggro and some guard power. I was hoping to find something with like that would help with reducing damage. But like I wasn't seeing too much. Yeah. Oh, Iron Shield might be good. The Iron Shield might actually be really good. I didn't see the Iron Shield before, because that has AMPR. But let me see something. Because what I can do, I can go to this wonderful magical website called Corn. And look for a shield with AMPR. Here, I'll let you guys in on it. Right quick. Where would AMPR be? I think under other stats? No. What am I looking for? MP? Yeah, MP. AMPR. Just a flat AMPR. I doubt I'm going to get anything super crazy. So this is a shield I'm potentially going to grab in a second, after I get done with the accordion fold sword. The marble shield obtained from Pillar Golem has AMPR 3. Pillar Golem 70. That's literally just a better version of Iron Shield. I don't know. I think for now, maybe just getting my hands on the Iron Shield so I have a shield in general is probably going to be the best bet, but not sure. Again, it's just like in the beginning, I'm not going to have too many options. I think just getting my hands on a shield in general is probably going to be the best bet. So, yep, let's make our way to Rugio Town. I need to... Oh, I was going to say I need to pick up some, what do you call it? Some teleports to there, but I don't got the spinner. I don't have a mage yet. Until I unlock that third slot, I ain't gonna really have any spinner. That's fine. It's fine. Yeah, no, I think the biggest thing for us is that sword. Oh, I didn't ever show off the skill trees of the tank, which we could do in a quick second. So, here's a tank. So, naturally, level 1 blade skills. Shield skills. The shield skill will be awesome, especially shield cannon. Shield cannon will be massive. It'll be so massive because I know the damage is based off of refinement, which refinement is not a hard part. It's getting something good. Maybe this is too much to say, but early game, guard recharge has more weight than guard power. You just have to manage the attacks and understand what to block. Try not to play around the guards. Yeah, um, I'm getting better slightly at like learning to guard or whatever in fights, but I think all this grinding like for levels and parts and all that, it is messing with like my ability to play. Like I'm scared to get into some fights. By the way, I just thought about it. Where is it? Where is I should like this dude, this is suicide right here. This little guy right here is suicide. I remember on my like what was it? On my main account, like my level like 200 like 70 something two-hand sword, that dude I think one-shotted me. I was so surprised. I was like, "What the fuck happened? What the shit?" And I looked it up. Apparently, like they added that because, gosh, what was it? I can't remember why they added it. Dang, never mind. Well, it'd be funny if I decide that I don't want to do this no more. I'll just run up to this guy and beat him, or try to beat him, fail to beat him. But I wonder if actually no, shield cannon will work. Okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking of the future. Like shield cannon is gonna do so much damage, but I don't know if I'll get toy hammer later. Like I was thinking about toy hammer because toy hammer is a really good one-hand sword tank thing, but it prevents you from doing any amount of damage. We'll just do this. We'll be safe. But yeah, no, I think my combat skills are garbage right now because all the early game bosses are super simple. Like this, like and then just move out the way. Super simple. By the way, actually, I think I've forgotten how to guard. Have I forgotten how to guard? Uh-oh. I guess I'm about to check in battle. Yeah, so once we get this tank done, I can actually advance in the story, and then I can even start to work on the script for the freaking first video, finally, of this Iron Man challenge. I don't have a shield. Why am I trying to guard? Just... my brain don't work right. My brain don't work right. It is space. I know it is space in battle, because I know you can't jump in battle. Yeah. Oh, man. It's going to be an interesting grind. I tried to think about, like, how I'm going to operate. Oh. I try to think about how I'm going to operate, like, the Iron Man account, like, late game. Like, once we start reaching, like, level 100 or so. But it's hard to imagine what problems I'm going to run into, because it's like, some of the problems that I run into now freaking suck. It's hard to deal with. Like, Spinna is annoying. And as much as I want to address my inability to get Spinna, it's just... believe it or not, this tank is not a mercenary. Okay, sorry, I should actually read the comment first. Heavy armor would let you guard without a shield, but definitely need a shield for tank mercenary. Yeah, this tank is not a mercenary. This is going to be my main character. Yeah, it's going to be my main character. So the strategy is, since I have two goals in this challenge, is to beat the story and get to level 300, which I don't know why I agreed to get to level 300 on an Iron Man account. I figured the best way to do that is to be the tank to where I never die, and all my mercenaries do all the damage. So I'll have a mercenary and I'll have a pet that helps deal damage. Yep. Because again, once I die, it's over. Iron Man account is over. So I'm trying to play this as safe as possible. I'm trying to make sure that this series has some kind of length to it, right? I'd hate to lose that boss Roga. Oh yeah. My goals for this tank. Let's see. Obviously I want it to be able to take lots of damage, like naturally. But I want it to be able to heal really good, have again good AMPR so I can help revive my mercenary fast. Pet support skills, because I know the pet support skills are going to be important. Bootleg summoner build. Yeah. Oh gosh, I wish I had the like, you just reminded me of the necromancer build, or the necromancer skill tree, and it makes me think about like how all those OP skill trees that you get from books, I'm probably never gonna get my hands on. I'm probably never gonna get my hands on a book unless I get really lucky opening chests. But yeah, but so I'm gonna have pet support skills. So I'm just able to boost the attack of everybody in the battlefield, heal them, make sure they take little damage, and just survive. Like, one of the ways I plan to do this is potentially exploiting Fighters High. I wish I could advise you, but that would break the rules of the stream. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about that. But in the same sense, I guess that means I'm cheating because I was using Corn Club. But I guess not, because Corn Club is, while it does have guides on it, I looked at Corn Club for like descriptions, like of skills and all that. I don't know. I'd like to know your opinion then. If using Corn Club, do you think is it cheating? Do you think Corn Club is cheating? I mean, I only go there to look up skills and all that stuff, but I look up skills and weapons, but I don't look up the guides. Like, I don't plan to use a build guide or anything like that. Which you could probably tell from my shit build as it is. Have I gotten the 4-leaf clover yet? I haven't been paying attention. I got it twice. Okay, we can actually go back to Sophia City. Yeah. Like, to me, it doesn't seem like cheating, but naturally, I'm biased for like my own self. So I'm curious if you guys who are more unbiased would see Corn Club, the website or whatever, as cheating. Again, because for me, I'm arguing like semantics, kind of. Because naturally, I'm going to argue no. I'm going to think it's not. Because it's like, the only way it's helping me is by giving me more info on something that the game is refusing to tell me. Like, the game won't tell me, like, the exact details on a skill, so I have to go to Corn, in my opinion, but some might see that as cheating. Yeah. So Corrin is not cheating, otherwise you just being a player with knowledge of future boss fights is cheating, which I've played the game before, I've beaten the story, so I know of all the boss fights that we come upon. So, it's, I mean, Corrin won't tell me nothing about no boss fights that I don't already know, unless it's like attributes, which I'm not going to care about attributes, not necessarily. You still have to work on your own character and unlock all the skills and gear yourself. Even if you spent all stream farming traits and mithril, that alone is effort you solely put in. Yeah, fair enough. I'll take your word at it. Again, because I can't even trust my own word on it. Because again, I'm just gonna argue for myself. Jeez, terrible. Bang, bang. Ooh, mage hat. I didn't know the Nemicos gave. I forgot the Nemicos give stuff like this. Let's do this. We just need 150 spinner. This is depressing, man. This right here is so sad. Like 222 spinner. We're just, oh my gosh, we're scrounging for scraps. Oh my gosh, like it's so sad. Like this is what like how this is how like a rich person feels when you take all their money away. It's like my main account has millions of spinner. I don't think it's cheating because knowledge should be accessible. Yeah, but then you could argue that about uh, builds, like guides or on builds. I think as long as we keep it like where we're just looking up like the nitty gritty information. What the 25? The Corn Club get it wrong? Oh man, that is awesome. Can't believe it's 25. Is it really? No, yeah. I can't believe it. I got the number wrong. Back to farming fucking bat wings. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no. I think as long as we keep like our quote unquote research to just looking up specific details and skill details, then I think it should be fine. Again, like I think I'm just gonna obviously avoid like character builds. Like any character build that I make is gonna be one that I came up with on my own. And yeah. Yeah, I won't rely on any video that anyone has put out. Yeah. Anyways, back to the spinner. This is depressing. 222 spinner is depressing. Where am I? Oh, it's depressing. Like you have a person who has like millions of dollars. They take all that away, and it's like they don't know what to do. They freak out and they feel lost. We're gonna put all this into vitality. Heck yeah! Look at that HP bar go up. Oh, okay. So earlier I was talking about Fighter's High. The skill. So I was thinking of exploiting Fighter's High for late game tanks, for my late game tank, because what is it? It regenerates 10% of your. It regenerates your health by 10% of your base natural HP, regeneration or something like that. But you get it like every 3 seconds. Where am I going? I'm so used to running all the way to the end. But it's essentially like a free heal every 3 seconds. And if your health is high enough, which our health will be high enough, it is essentially the same as like a Regera. So I can show y'all in a second in case. But here, let me see if I could pull it up. So you guys can see it. Here we go. But like this right here, survival skills. By the way, tell me if the mic is too loud. I need y'all to tell me if the mic is too loud because I haven't checked it. Yeah. Okay, Fighter's High. So the passive is it regenerates the HP during combat. The healing amount is small. So regeneration tick occurs once every 3 seconds. At level 10, recovers HP by 10% of your base natural HP regen once every 3 seconds during battle. And I had this up the other day because I was looking at it. This is how you figure out your base natural HP regen. It's 10 plus your max HP. That's saying divided or times or whatever. Here, let me what is my natural HP regen Toram? What? Not a robot. Come on, man. Why is Google doing this to me? Natural HP regen. There we go. What the fuck, Google? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. I'm not good at typing. Regen, Toram. So, okay, here it is. So your character's natural HP regeneration in Toram Online, the formula is 10 plus 1% of your max HP. That's what Google says, at least, the AI overview. So, example, if your max HP is 50,000, your base natural HP regen would be 10 plus 0.01 times 50,000, and it would equal 10 plus 500, because that's 10% in decimal form, obviously, and that'd be 510 HP. So you'd heal for 510 HP, I think, every single time, right? But I think it would be good. Hold up, let me switch it back before I read the chat. Okay. Fighter's High is definitely a Regeris skill. Basically 1 to 3% max HP in total. Super hard to notice. Though, because mid-fight you can lose up to 20% of HP in one hit. Absolutely true. You're absolutely right. I saw a video. I can't pull up the video because it's part of a guide. But, where a guy was like, you need to learn how to master, guarding, because I've seen a guy guard like 1,000,000 damage from a freaking boss and still survive because he activated guard correctly, which I don't know if it's completely true or whatever, but it's 3 seconds. My bad. If I was saying per second, I was incorrect. It's every 3 seconds according to Corin. But even if I do take that much damage, right? The idea would be if I get low enough to where I'm not, sure that I would survive. That's perfect guard from two-hand sword, I think. I do think it was a two-hand sword guide that I saw that in. Yeah. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was like a knight build or whatever, but point is, if I'm not like sure that I can continue to take damage, I could just run away from the boss and just allow that Fighter's High to heal me and get me back up to full health. That's the plan. Run like a little bitch. Let me get to playing, man. Anything to survive, anything to win. But I think I want to, like, I will use items, but I also want to have like a backup in case like I run out of items and I forget or something. Yes, guarding is important. To this day, I have to reteach knights and tanks alike how to manually guard and selectively guard attacks that are threatening. That is something that I need to learn. Um I don't know how I'll learn it. I don't. If I'm gonna like take time to learn it, I'm definitely gonna have a stream one day, soon enough actually, where I go on my main account. I'm gonna make like a night build or something, and we're gonna just try to go around soloing stuff. I'm gonna reteach myself on that main account that doesn't have those rules how to guard in case I die, because I don't want to try to learn on this account and fail and die. The most common question I get from people is, when should I know to guard, evade, or physical defend? That's interesting. Guard, evade, or physical defend. So I'm assuming physical defend is just to take the hit, Baloo. Because guard, yeah, guard, evade, or physical defend. I'm assuming, yeah, that last part is just to allow yourself to take the hit. I'm not sure. Sadly, I'm not an expert here. I'm an average player. What am I missing now? Metal? Dude, I was so pissed for a second. I saw that I couldn't craft it. I was like, what is wrong, man? Metal box. There we go. But yeah, no, that's what I'll probably do. Go on my main account. We'll probably spend a day building a night character. That might be Tuesday. I might do that on a Tuesday, because I have the day off then. What am I doing? What am I doing? Back over here. My answer: do not use light armor. It is not important to tanking and a detriment to guarding. If you go under 100% guard power, use physical defense. Uh, perfect defense. It's a night skill. Interesting. I'm gonna take a look at that in a second. Cause I have night skills, I think. That, or do I have shield skills? Hell yeah, boy. Hell yeah, boy. Check this out. We looking clean. Look at that. I got a little fan. Anyways, let me check that night skill out real quick. Let me bring y'all with me on a little adventure to a place called the Corn Club. Skill. Night. Interesting. So, no. Oh my gosh, I didn't think about Regislets. Ooh, I need to think about Regislets. Okay. Night will skill. A night will skill, okay. Let's assume it's 0. Grants physical defense buff to the caster upon cast. So, it's an MP, okay. Combo middle. Okay, that's interesting. I'll remember that. Buff effect. Reduces all damage taken to 0. This still counts as taking damage. However, upon successfully blocking an attack, heals yourself for 10% of your max HP up to a limit of 2000 HP. That's low. But still, nice healing. Only happens once per cast, generates an additional 5000 aggro, which that's good, on enemies whose attacks were successfully blocked by the skill. Buff duration 1 second. Extra info: each cast of this can block multiple attacks but will still only heal once. The additional aggro is unaffected by aggro percent stats, while the MP cost based aggro is affected normally. The aggro amount shown is the official aggro value by Asobimo. Please check out Joji Torai's test about aggro for more detail. Interesting. And Night Will skill. Because I know Night Will is going to be further down here. I think that's... Yeah, there it is. Let's see. Baloo says, there is another way to practice physical defense, like holding the guard stance and using physical defense when you think it's about to get hit. This way you can time your parry and also time your healing. Okay. Now I have a question I'm going to ask you. What was I about to do? Let me go take a look at Night Will, I think. Oh, no. So, my question for you is, does it matter to perfectly, time your guards? Because, like, if I see a boss monster about to attack and I guard and I'm sitting there for like 3 seconds Is there a difference for sitting there for 3 seconds and getting it right on time? Do you know what I mean? Like, if I just preempt the attack and just sit there for like 10 seconds and the boss finally hits me, is there a difference in how much I'm guarding? I don't know if I'm making myself clear, because I know I ask questions in a stupid way. That's what I'm curious about. Specifically for physical defense or for just guarding in general? Reduces all damage, blah blah blah, heals by generates additional 5,000. So this is practically the same. It's just the HP seems to go up. He says, yes, you at the perfect time. Here's an example of, and I assume he's still chatting. Let me take a look at Knight's Will while he's chatting. Show extras. So the passive of Knight's Will shows effect if target turns hostile towards you. So aggro, if you aggro someone. Aggro will increase more easily, and the effect of level 10 Knight skills up to the skill tree level 3 will be enhanced further. So it's just easier to aggro with Knight's Will, I assume. That is good. Wow. That is really good. Raises the power of level 10 assault attack. Raises the aggro of level 10 provoke. Rage sword. And recovery limit of physical defense. Okay. When you have aggro enemies, blah 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 blah. Aggro plus 20%. Okay, it's showing. Okay, this is just what it's telling me here, right here. That is good to know. Yeah, I'm definitely going to spend some time looking over through this later. I'm joking. I will, though. Actually, I will. Some bosses have lasers and multi-hit attacks that deal fractional damage equal to 20% of your max HP. Each hit. If you time physical defense to activate half a second after the enemy launches the attack, you can get hit by the attack. Yeah, no, so what I'm asking is hit by the second enemy hit and above instead of blocking everything. So, imagine this. The boss is about to do one of those attacks that you just mentioned. The boss has a laser. He's about to shoot the laser. If I've been sitting there for like 5 seconds already guarding, does that change anything? So if I guard it and then 5 seconds later he finally shoots the laser, do I lose any amount of guard power? Is what I'm asking. So, I guess it's probably better to get into Toram and like kind of show you in a way, if I can. Is there a way? Yeah, we could try this. So, let's see if I can get in a fight right quick. It doesn't matter. So, it doesn't matter if I guard too early, right? That was how I should have phrased the question. My dumbass. It doesn't matter if I guard too early, does it? Because I'm seeing no from Kai or whatever. You lose more guard power when you don't guard within a 1 second window. So I have less guard power. Oh my god, I'm. Blah. So you lose more guard power when you don't guard within a 1 second window. Kai, I don't know if that's how you say your name, or K, Cat. I don't know. You only matter. Yeah, only matter for parry skills like physical defense. Okay. Okay. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? I need to lock that up, by the way. Y'all making me think too much. No, I'm joking. Okay, I think we're on our way to create that shield. Iron shield, iron and chaos stone, which is Rutin's. Yeah, and soldier rats. Iron. Trying to think. The night skill tree I know is definitely going to be worth investing into. Yeah, so Belush says guarding and physical defense are different. Guarding implies damage reduction to a minimum of 1 HP loss, and physical defense is damage nullification down to 0 HP. Yeah. So yeah, that's my questions earlier were kind of regarding just guarding in general, regardless of the physical defense skill. Invincibility is just never getting hit, which matters to a lot of low HP players. Yeah, I'm not worried about invincibility. Like I think with this like night build, what matters to me is like being able to take as little damage as possible. Yeah, but also being able to bounce back after taking a lot of damage. That's what's going to matter to me the most. I think we need 5 of these, right? Oh, thank God the mercenaries got this. Where? Okay, over here. So stuff like Fighter's High and a lot of the skills, it seems like, from the Knight skill tree is going to matter. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of setup to late game. A lot of setup. But I'll definitely have to practice my fighting skills. And I'll probably do that on my main account. Like, I'll stream it. Like, I'll go on my main account, like, on Tuesday. And make a night build, and we'll just F around and die a bunch. And just fight as many enemies as possible. And just get my skills up. Because I don't feel comfortable training, quote unquote, having a little Kung Fu Panda training arc on this account. Naturally, with the no death policy. Baloo says guarding is based on your max HP and damage reduction stats and gears. If you had 10k HP and you were to get hit by an attack that deals 1k HP, then if you hold the guard stance for 3 seconds, you lose minus 10% guard power. Okay, so my question is, do I lose any more or any less guard power by activating guard at any other point in time? If you guarded just before the hit within 1 second, then that is called a perfect guard. You lose 5% HP. Okay, so the closer I can time my guards to their attacks, the less guard power I lose. Is essentially what you're saying. Interesting. Okay, so it's really imperative for me to learn how to guard properly. Is what I'm getting from all this. So yeah, we'll definitely have to do some practicing. By the way, I'm going to ask a personal question. Feel free to choose to not answer it. I would like to know where you guys are in the world. I don't need to get a little street. I don't need a street address, but I would like to know where you guys are in the world so I can know when to stream. Because I know some people are from the Philippines, some people are here in America. I want to know when's the best time to stream, because I want to stream when it's convenient for you guys. Because I'd hate to, like, on my day off, stream in the middle of the day for me, and it be the middle of the night for you. When I could just simply choose to stay up in the middle of the night and just stream on a day off. In the US? Okay. Interesting. I mean, naturally during the week, like today, I'll be able to stay up a little bit late. But but yeah. So normal weekdays or whatever, like streams on days that I work, that's when you'll probably be up. But like I know other people who watch my streams, they are somewhere else in the world, and whenever they're awake, I'm asleep. Like I remember, like my first stream, you're in Asia. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry, y'all. I did not realize I was on Toram. I was on Corn Club. Thank you for bringing that up, Baloo. By the way, he says also the screen is stuck on Corn Club, but I hear the game in the background. I am so sorry. And yeah, no, thank you for bringing it up because it would have sat there forever. Because I have I have the chat up like on my phone, and I mean technically the screen is up as well, but it is it is so small that I'm not noticing it. I'm too busy like reading y'all's comments. Um, Chaos Zone 2. So yeah. So I'm trying to figure out like when I'm gonna be streaming. So naturally during the week when I have like when I work and I come home from work, it'll probably be good for you guys as you guys say because like I don't know how to pronounce your name, Kai. I'm just gonna call you Kai. You say you're in Asia. Now is a good time for me too. That's awesome. And then Baloo, you're in the U.S., so it's a good time for you. But on my days off, or when I'm about to have a day off, I'll probably stream later at night, probably like in the middle of the night, maybe, for people who are in the Philippines or wherever it is, and they're in a completely different time zone. Oh my gosh, kill the rootin'. So I'm still figuring this whole streaming thing out, so I'm trying to optimize it for people. But tonight I'll get the stream late so we can get a bit done here. But it's good to know. I should put out a survey or something later. Yeah. I don't know why. I had the urge to stream today. Like, since I'm new to streaming, it's kind of weird for me. Like, especially like the first few streams, it was super weird for me. I didn't know what to do. Like, especially just sitting here being quiet because I'm used to playing this game. Like, I'm used to playing Toram with like a video on in the background and just letting the video play and not really paying attention to what I do. But with streaming, obviously, I can't do that. Right? I gotta sit here and talk to y'all. Not that that's an issue, but you're talking about long conversation. So I'm still getting used to this, but I'm becoming slightly more comfortable with it. Okay. Are they dropping the stones? Jesus Christ. No, 2 stones. I need 5. Of course, these rootins don't drop. These rootins aren't even spawning. Let me just go to the next map and come back. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but no, I really got to start thinking about late game. Like the knight's skill was a good thing to talk about. I got to think about that as well. I got to think about my pet as well. My pet. Now I have questions about pets. Do pets also mess with proration? Like, cause I know like my mercenary has a lot of physical attacks and then normal attacks, which is gonna trigger those prorations. Naturally, I'm gonna prorate physical or normal attacks. If I were to have like a pet that has like magic attacks, does that mess with it at all, or do you think that's their own proration? They do. So the reason I asked that because I'm thinking about what pet to get. Like naturally, now I want a pet that has a staff and has all the personalities that affect magic attacks because I'm going to be activating normal attack proration. My mercenary is going to be activating physical attack proration, I assume, unless mercenaries don't mess with proration. But I think they do. Yeah, they do, definitely. So, normal attack proration, physical attack proration. We need some magic attacks in there to keep everything fresh. So yeah, the pet's going to be magic. Am I blind? Where the... Oh, okay, there they are. Yeah, so the plan for Tuesday is going to be... We're going to do some Halloween stuff as well as the night build. So, if you want to, on Tuesday, if you want to see me play some of the Halloween events, we'll definitely be doing that on Tuesday. We'll probably go through all 9 chapters and just play the story. And at the same time, mess with some night builds. Other than that, though, I don't know if we'll be playing any other games. Yeah. Sadly, though, I think, like, streams and videos, I'm gonna have to bust my ass to get those out the next 2 weeks, because the next 2 weeks, my schedule looks like shit. Like, at work, my schedule, I work 6 days a week for the next 2 weeks. And then I'll get back on a 2-day off schedule. It's a good paycheck and everything, but God, man, I'm fucking tired. But then, when November comes around, the end of November, boy, we'll be streaming all the fucking time. Please, by God, I am going to lose my mind with these Rugans. I will choke these Rugans. Oh, I guess while we're here, I don't know if I'm gonna remake. I might remake the I will definitely remake the Halloween event thing where we go over the Halloween event. But we'll talk a little bit about it here since I got you guys here. Might as well talk about that. So the Halloween event obviously is back. You get all the recipes and all that. Toram Online, I feel like, is kind of dropping the ball on a lot of these reoccurring holiday events. Like the summer event, for example, is obviously naturally a fun event, and there are a lot of good rewards that you can get, like whether you're a pro or a new player. But like, I feel like when it comes to like their equipment, like you have a whole year before these events come out again. Like you could add at least one updated weapon, or do like how you did with the Hatsune Miku event, where you got like a weapon that, while you can craft the same weapon over and over and over, but it came with different substats. Like, make it worth the equipment, right? I want the equipment to be somewhat worth it. Like, I saw the Halloween equipment, and it was garbage. Most of it's garbage. Like, some of it is decent for new players, maybe, but all of it's garbage. And it's really disappointing. And I talked about this when I went over the summer event. Where are these freaking dragonflies, man? There we go. But like when I went over the summer event, I was like, man, all of these suck. Like for a new player, like some of these are decent, but most of them suck. It's like if you're an older player, you're probably playing for the achievement rewards. Baloo says, if each event is meant to have a new weapon, then every item you have is outdated and does not last longer than a year or two. I mean, while that is true, and that is true, but that's kind of already the case with the, whatchamacallit, with the anniversaries. Like, think about it. Like, the Hatsune Miku event happened, and you got a really good katana, right? You got that AGL katana, I believe. Yeah, I think it was an AGL katana. Like, that's what everyone was farming for. And then the anniversary happened, and then there was the Dex katana. And I believe a lot of people... That or was an STR katana, I can't remember. And people switched around for that. And I assume that next year, when the anniversary happens, you'll get an even better weapon. So it's like, there are certain events that they will do this for. They just don't do it for every event. But I'm not necessarily saying to make a groundbreaking weapon for every class every year, but just have something that is more up to date. If you get what I mean. One more. Oh my god, one more. Like, none of it's good. None of it at all. None of the equipment is good. Like, even like a decent... I mean, the additionals are pretty decent, but it's only because the base stats don't matter, and you're only worried about, like, the sub-stats. I don't know about other players, but I gear lock almost all of my characters and have them use the same gear without change, except for when facing higher level bosses that require a gear swap. Yeah. I don't necessarily do the exact same thing, but I kind of do. I don't think too much about it, but like for dual hand sword character I will, or dual wield. Like Matan sword needing accuracy gear and Menti needing pierce gear. See, that I don't do. I thought you were talking more of like elements. That I don't necessarily do. I either do a lot of damage or I don't. Which I probably should do. Especially like anything that will give me the edge and like an account like the IronMan challenge, I probably should do. But again, far into the future, nothing to worry about immediately. Where is these freaking flies? So they just gonna hide the whole time. But I'm a tank main. Elements don't matter to me. Every fight is 10 minutes, mercenaries or not. Yeah, I expect that to be the case. Do you use pets? Do you utilize pets, or do you not even bother with pets? Lord have mercy. I use pets and sometimes mercs. Yeah, dang. And how far have you gotten so far? Are you doing IronMan as well? Have you tried IronMan, or is this just you're more of a lone wolf player? I'm curious as to the reason that you sometimes play solo. I use pets because I think they're cute. The buffs they give is just a bonus for me. Yeah. At higher level bosses, mercs are a detriment, not an advantage. They steal proration and are impossible to keep alive. I am more I am more a lone wolf tank, but that is mainly thanks to gear. I have had the and I'm he's still typing. God dang, hold up. I'm gonna stand up for a second. Opportunity to work on damage tests with different gears and stats. I gotta stand up. My booty going up. Oh my god. Dang. Your boy's got negative ass. Shit. I'm gonna have like fucking cerebral palsy or some bullshit. Hmm. Please, my Lord have mercy. Okay, actually no. I have a question for y'all, real quick. When did they start doing this? This little thing right here. What is this? I've never seen this before until recently. I've never seen this before until recently. I've never seen the attack speed plus 50. Those are traits. When did they add traits? I've never seen traits before until recently. I was scrolling through Reddit. I can't remember when, and I saw that last week. Is naturally, I assume they're in the news, right? Like I could look it up in the news or whatever on the Toram thing. Let's see. Once I get these Chaos Stones, I'll see if I can take a look at it. Because that confused the hell out of me. Traits offer additional stats to a player based on trait level. Naturally, I'm going to assume traits. You can get really any trait on any equipment. So, just like how I got this right here as an attack speed plus 50 thing, I can get an STR plus 1. Or maybe even AMPR plus 1 or something like that, maybe. I assume, like, obviously stuff like AMPR or attack mana point recovery percent or something like that is going to be more rare. I assume there's rarities to these things. If you farm gear that drops from mobs, they have a 5 to 10% chance to drop a traded weapon armor. Yeah, because that'll be something to consider. That'll be something to consider. It's crazy that they added that. That'll be something to consider when as we go through this IronMan challenge, because it might mean a difference for us to farm these gears or whatever. Also, quests that give gear can give you traded items. Yeah. I'm I'm thinking so far into the future. There are gonna be streams where we're sitting here and we're trying to farm like mob drop equipments, where we're trying to get the right traits or any traits at all. Y'all seeing these pesky little dragonflies? I mean, seeing none of them except this one. Lord have mercy, bless my soul, please. One more Chaos Stone. I can't scoot in too much, man. I'm freaking butt go numb. They're not even dropping chests no more. Dang. Did my my mercenary hit that shit extra hard that time? The NPC Frente has the level 16 quest, Goblins in the Ruins. You go to the Ruined Temple with the Minotaur boss and find the goblins. Your quest is to kill 50 goblins for 1 armor. You can kill up to 5,000 goblins. Yeah, I've seen people stack quests like that and turn in the quest for 100 armors. What is the armor? I'm curious about what the armor is. I mean, I could look it up on Corn, but I'm just going to wait till you tell me. I'm joking. I could look it up if you don't know it or if you don't remember. The Stray Garb. Gosh. That's that weird looking one, right? Obtained from Bam Bam. Okay, well, I'm on Corn Club right now. I'm seeing 3 versions of the Stray Garb. One of them is really good, but I doubt that's the one. It looks like it has max MP and max HP plus 100, which ain't nothing. But the other one is 5,000 and 1,000. I highly doubt it's that one. Because if it is, that is crazy. While we're on the topic of traits, another question. You also need to do the Lafina quest, Gem in the Ruins, and kill Excavated Golem Boss till you get 90 Pale Gemstones. Turn it into Lafina for 45 Magic Hammers. I thought Magic Hammers weren't that great. Because don't Magic Hammers have a chance of destroying your items when you use them to refine? That'd be a bit scary. To get a really good equip, start refining it, and then have it be destroyed. Thank fucking God. 5. We can get the fuck out of here. Gosh. Thanks, buddy. Why is my thing so slow? Oh my gosh. Magic hammers let you go to the blacksmith for transfer traits to an item you wear. Use hammers to fail the transfer of traits. Failure to transfer traits lets you acquire a new trait. Did they change? Preferred item called Shrine of Radiance. Did they change magic hammers? I thought magic hammers gave you like a small chance of refining your equipment or something. I swear to God, magic hammers like were garbage or whatever. This is all new to me. Brother, you're speaking hieroglyphics to me. Give me 1 second. Press escape. News. Let me look up this freaking news, man. I'm gonna bring y'all with me right quick. Don't let me forget that you guys are here, by the way. Like on the opera. So they did this last week. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Completed bug fix. Is it in a random maintenance? You'd think that they'd name it or something. Might be this. No. This. There it is. Okay. Oh, this was like last month. Okay, my bad, brother. You've been talking in chat. Let me read your stuff. Um, so starting off with preferred items called Shine of Radiance. Radiance trait Radiance trait can be stacked up to level 9, which gives you a 100% chance to apply any trait you want onto that item, which I assume that trait stacks at a 10% interval. So that's why you said you want it to have 9 fodder traits. So it's best to have 9 fodder traits to sacrifice for the main gear you wear. Then you transfer the traits you want and get bonus stats based on the trait's characteristics. For example, the trait Vengeful Power gives you plus 900 attack to your base stats, and you can have 2 traits with the same name and they stack. So if you have Vengeful Power on your main weapon and armor, then you can have 1800 attack. That is fucking sick. That's actually crazy. Okay, well, let's take a look at this right here. So, Vengeful Magicka. Okay. Introducing a new trait system where monster drops now have a chance to come with a random ability. Additionally, so monster drops specifically. Additionally, a trait transfer feature has been added, allowing the trait of one piece of equipment to be transferred to another. So let's start with the traits. A trait may grant an effect that is the same as that on a normal equipment, or a completely different effect. Players with any active 30-day ticket, blah blah blah, will have their name registered when an equipment receives a tier 3 or higher tier trait. Registered, like on the weapon itself. Additional gear and special gears will not have a trait. I assume sub weapons can have traits. Baloo, my brother, tell me, can sub weapons have traits? Because that seems like, I imagine it can because it's only naming additional gear and special gear. The maximum tier depends on the difficulty if selected if you do boss fights. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely game changing, man. Setting the auto discard. I'm not gonna auto discard nothing. Oh, actually, probably yeah for the no trait. Only main weapon and armors can have traits right now. You think that they would put that here then? That's a shame. Trait transfer. See, I saw this in there in the blacksmith earlier, but I didn't pay attention to it. Okay, they'll add it to other items later. back to Vengeful Power. Level 1 requires you get hit 90 times to get 900 attack. Level 2 requires you get hit 60 times to get 900 attack. Level 3 requires you get hit 30 times to get 900 attack. And I imagine it keeps, as you continue to level up, it keeps going down in divisions of 2. So having one trait of VP would be good, I think. It would definitely be great. So what would that make like level 10? Is there... So they did change around the hammers. I got homework to do, bro. Use Magic Hammer to raise the level of Radiance Chance, which... When a trait fails, the trait Radiance Chance... I wish I could speak normal. Chance level 1 is granted, increasing the success rate of the next transfer. Okay, so we'll see Radiance Chance on the equipment. So 5 levels. So I imagine with that Vengeful Power that you were talking about before, no one has ever acquired level 5 traits yet. Level 5, isn't that through Nightmare Mode? So we'll definitely have a stream where we're farming Nightmare Mode. So brother, if you're going to see it anywhere, it's probably going to be here. If no one does it in a month. Give me a month. When we get to November and I have a whole week off, brother, I promise you I'll be farming this. Okay. Failing trait transfer consecutively can increase the level of Radiance Chance, potentially reaching up to level 9. Ay. A base level of 200. I thought that was at the character. Well, I'll probably still do it on my main account. Probably not on this IronMan account. Ay. And even then, the item drop does not guarantee traded equipment. Yeah, because you have to... You're absolutely correct on that, aren't you? Yeah. Because the gear itself already is a low drop, and then getting that low drop to even happen, yeah. Yikes. It's still... I mean, it's worth the grind. It'd definitely be worth the grind. Right now, everyone is farming the hell out of Vanina Vanina. So they changed, but they did change around the Magic Hammers, because the Magic Hammers was for refinement before, but now it's for traits. I'm glad, because the Magic Hammers and all that crap felt freaking useless. Okay. Before I go back to Toram, is there a traits list? Where can I find a list of traits? Yeah, because Magic Hammers were a detriment, from what I recall. They made Magic Hammers useful for once, yeah. Before, I remember Magic Hammers used to destroy your equipment if it failed. Toram online traits list. Trait abilities. Phantom Library Discord. I have the Discord. Let me make sure that my... Don't switch. What the fuck is it talking about? Okay. Hopefully that don't meet... Okay. Okay, I'm on Phantom Library. Can I show my Discord on OBS? I don't think I can. Baloo says there is a traits list. May I please upload a link to Google Doc made by Phantom Library, the same Phantom Library who did Corn Club test. This is the link. Is there a link? Do you have a link? Da-da-da-da-da. Hold up, cause I'm on Discord right now. Display capture. Window capture. Here we are. Okay. I'm on the thing. I'm sorry, Baloo. I went behind your back. Where am I gonna find this? No, it's all good, Baloo. My bad, man. I just know this freaking Discord is huge. Let's close some of these. I'm gonna have to freaking... There's so much in this server, which I love, but still. Can I type through here? Traits. Drop item ability post. Here it is. Okay, cool. We found our way here. I think this is it, right? Surely there's just a flat list. Marcus right, dude. Oh, cool. Thank you, Discord. I don't know. Please study the list of traits carefully. There's much headway being made with traits and trait testing right now. Each time I think I found my best trait set, I have to check others because they are all so useful. I imagine, dude. I imagine that this is a really big deal. I'm not joking. Is this what we're looking for, Baloo? Am I in the right tab? And if so, probably should look for like a pin message, right? Pin messages. There it is. Okay, here's a Google Doc. I found it. I know my way around Discord. I'm a little bit of a tech genius. Okay. What? Okay, so this is a Google Doc right here. Oh, no, view only, view only, view only. Okay. See, but I guess I would have to go into Google and type in these things like Battlecast. Alright, do they have explanations for all these, or is it just the names? Please don't let this be a virus website. Oh my gosh. Baloo, I think I found it. Let's see, let's test one. Where is the Battlecast? I'm sorry, Baloo. Here it is. I'm sorry, I was on the internet. So I pulled up the Google Doc right here. This is the Google Doc. It has the list of everything here. But I also found this website, this traits database. I gotta remember to So battle cast. Oh my gosh, there's an explanation here. Oh my gosh. Dealing damage to a target increases cast speed by 20 for 6 seconds. Max 20 stacks. Blood regen. Dealing damage to a target restores 200 HP. HP restored increases based on STR. Bunker Edge? Dude, these are crazy. Critical rebound. If your attack is a miss, critical rate increases by 4 for 60 seconds. Max stacks 5. Dash defense. When using evasion, increase your resistance. Up to... Okay, that one... I mean, well, this is tier 1. What? Fighting Magicka. This is... Gear shift. I need to look at these. So you can get 10% XP bonus here. Dealing damage to a target increases physical barrier and magic barrier by 2 for 6 seconds. Higher MTL leads to a greater increase. Max 100 stacks. Don't snub tier 2s and up. Tier 1s can be fodder, but even some tier 1s are as good as tier 2s and 3s. Namely, vengeful trait lines. Yep. I'm not going to look at tier 5. That's speculation. Let's take a look at tier 3s, because tier 3 is probably where I'm going to be sitting at with a lot of the ones that I'd probably get on this IronMan account. Have you checked critical rebound? I have not, but I will now. If your attack is a miss, critical yeah, okay, no, actually, I checked that earlier. But for 3, 5 stacks. So you're talking about 60 crit rate? I believe that's 60? Up to 60 crit rate. That is... But that requires you to have little accuracy, right? Like, for you to actually miss, which... I don't know how often I miss attacks. Attack speed and defense. Defense. Magic attack, MTL, vitality. Vitality will be good. Tumble unavailable. A miss requires you to have little crit rate. Really? I thought a graze is what happens when you have little crit rate. Dealing damage to a target increases critical rate by 1 for 3 seconds. Effect duration increases based on crit, max 30 seconds. Counter speed might be good for my tank, because I'll have Ampiar, and then I'm obviously going to be taking damage as a tank. Counter rage. When taking damage from a target, aggro increases by 30% for 12 seconds. So I'm definitely going to be looking for counter rage. Graze happens when the enemy has more dodge flee than your accuracy hit. Graze only happens when you crit and reduces the damage of the attacks by splitting its damage up. Okay, yeah. No, I was mistaken. I get it. Yeah, for some reason I thought graze is what happens when you miss a crit. Yeah, you're right. I need this. This is what I need. Oh, buddy, we're getting this right here. Not now, But when we start like focusing on getting ourselves some really good equipment, this is what we're looking for right here. Natural MP regen. If you deal 1k auto attack damage and you get graze, then your damage is like 500 damage one hit, 300 the next, 200, etc. And then natural HP regen. Okay. So, Baloo, I have a very complicated question. So, I'm seeing obviously the natural MP regen. Natural HP regen plus 45. Will this natural HP regen contribute to Fighter's High, do you think? Because plus 45 is a lot. The value is then affected by equipment with gear bonuses added to the Fighter's High. So, okay. I'm glad. Okay, I had to look over here to say it. So, right as I read this, you put your comment. All regen contributes to Fighter's High and sober analysis. So, my question to you, and this is a little theory question, kind of. Do you think that now with natural HP regen plus 45 and MP regen plus 15, that sober analysis and Fighter's High becomes a bit better? Fighter's High definitely becomes much better. But what about sober analysis? Because I'd imagine that it's much better now. Because, let's see. Survival skills. 50% of your base natural MP regen once every 3 seconds during battle. I don't know, I abandoned the regen skills years ago. So, sober analysis is 50% of your base natural MP regen once every 3 seconds during battle. Your natural MP regen is calculated on the formula. Don't give me this fucking bullshit. What is this right here, man? I am not a mathematician. For example, if your max MP of 2000, your base MP regen is 1 plus 0.1 blah blah blah, so 21. So 10% of 2000, which, yeah, that's low. Let's do, where is my motherfucking calculator? I think it's worth testing a sober analysis. It's much more forgiving than Fighter's High. Well, I'm kind of sold on Fighter's High already, but calculator. So, let me think. 15, because I'm gonna assume that I have 1,500 or 1,400 MP plus the 1, so that I have 15 MP regen. Add another 15 for having the level 3 trait. That'd mean I had 30 MP or 30 base MP regen. And then since sober analysis would give me 50% of my MP, let me see, every 3 seconds, that is AKA, I think it's still garbage, probably. Because recovers MP by 50% of your base natural MP regen once every 3 seconds during battle. But 50% of 30 is 15, and 15 every 3 seconds. That's nothing, because the whole MP bar, 1 MP bar is 100 MP. The reason I abandoned it is because I could use a Bloodsucker or Mini Heal to get back what was lost faster than Fighter's High. Yeah. Like I said, I was going to use Fighter's High as kind of like a built-in Regera. Like, I could still use, like, Bloodsucker or Mini Heal or something if I manage to get my hand on Dark Power. Or Mini Heal. I mean, I already have the Mini Heal thing set up. But, again, I want as many kind of, like, backups as possible. But, yeah, Silver Analysis still might be garbage. It very much might still be garbage. Yeah, I don't like I don't know about Sober Analysis, but Fighter's High is definitely something I'm going to be putting effort into much later. That's definitely like not something I'm going to be doing immediately, but I don't know. It was good. I'm glad that you knew about this, because this was all interesting to me. At the very minimum, I know that natural I don't know about natural MP regen. HP regen is something I might look at. Counter rage is something I might look at. And potentially either counter speed or counter evasion power. I'm not quite sure. I would need to, like, on my own time, look through all these and really consider how they affect, like, almost like a support tank. That's what I need to do. Because as far as, like, I'm aware, like, it's all still new. Like, I have an idea, but it's interesting. Very, very interesting. Dang, now I'm really thinking about this. Guardian from shield skills. I've looked at it because I know that raises or reduces damage, right? Let me see. I have the shield skills. This right down here, right? Creates an area that reduces damage taken, increases guard recharge, attack decreases, and aggro greatly increases as more mates are in the area. Your shield's refinement value affects the damage reduction. Damn, I didn't realize I'd be moving back and forth between these things. Oh, go for it, go for it. Let's see. God damn it! I don't want to do that shit. Hold up. Yeah. No, I was aware of Guardian. Sorry about that. I just messed with the mic, but I don't know about the exact number. Like the numbers specifically, like the 15%. I wasn't aware of it, but I knew it helped. Creates an area that reduces damage taken. Blah 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 blah. We just read that. So level 10. Let's say number of connected allies is 1, because we'll only have a mercenary. I assume Guardian doesn't help with pets. Does it help with pets? I'm curious if it helps with pets. I mean, it says allies, so I assume so. And then shield refinement level, let's say it's plus S. If you're a tank, then you are the most unkillable person in the party. Everyone else is not, especially mercenaries. You're absolutely correct. So with my mercenary, yikes, I'm standing up. I'm gonna stand up for a second because get my booty. Booty's going numb. My tank is gonna go a little bit STR vitality. I think that I don't know what I'm gonna be doing with that tank, to be honest, but or that mercenary, but yeah, no, I'm aware. Or range radius 6 meters. We already know about this. Self buff effect. More guard recharge by 30%. 90% aggro. Stacks multiplicatively with aggro stat. attack and magic attack go down, but I don't care. AMPR! What? Brother, I didn't know it gave AMPR. So I can have upwards of 30 AMPR. Man, I ain't... Man, F's over analysis. I don't give a fuck. Passively regenerates 150 aggro every 3 seconds, unaffected by aggro stats. Buff is 180 seconds. Party buff, receive damage minus 50%. Stacks additively with other damage reduction modifiers. They get AMPR plus 15, which is nice. I'm assuming the pet also gets this AMPR. And they get aggro minus 90%, and it stacks with the aggro stat until you're out of aura range or the caster's aura duration ends. Extra info, the party buff effects does not apply to other Guardian users, so everyone can't be stacking Guardian. Okay. Thank God. Yeah, dude. All this is things to think about. Minus 1530. Minus 1530. I want to guide you, but I won't break that rule. But I will relay my experience with you. AoE is my preferred playstyle. So like things like Binding, Sword Tempest, and Rage Sword. Yeah. No, I understand, brother. Yeah. And as much as I would love the guidance, we're going to stick true to this. So yes, I appreciate you sticking to the rules as well. So I can stack Protection, Aegis, and Guardian. And that'd be a lot of damage reduction. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, no. I was planning on messing with this whole skill tree in general. Dual sea shields. I wonder. Baloo, what do you think of dual shields? Oh, dual shields might be awesome, dude. Dual shields might be the way to go, probably. And I'm curious, actually, damn, there's too many questions, man. I'm a little curious kid, bro. I'm not going the right way for Scarlet Town. You have so much to say, brother? Good, because I have so many questions. Dual shields. So, naturally, obviously, shields have stats on them. They have substats. If I have a dual shield, if I have dual shields, so it means I have 2 shields equipped. Do I get double the substats? So I benefit from substats from both the shields or just the main shield? That's my first question. Because I imagine it's the same as like when you go dual swords, like your dual swords, like the main stat or the substats matter only only main shield. Yeah, I imagine it's the same as dual sword. Okay, so we don't really have to worry too much. But the good thing is, I imagine, and this is what kind of gets me like happy about it. Now that I think about dual shield, is because a shield is a shield and not a weapon, technically, quote unquote. When I get it to plus S, it's just going to give me extra resistance. So I get 15, 15, 15, 15 from all my equipment. I get a total of 60% resistance, right? Not just the regular 45 that you would get with a sword, shield, and all that, right? You know what I mean? Like, my main weapon being a shield, I'm getting resistance and not just extra attack. Because if so, that's great. That's exactly what I want. And here's the thing, like, we could look at my stats. I'm gonna go MTL eventually. Dual shield is universally taken with shield repair, but you can exist without it sometimes. Or these little rat motherfuckers. Well, it's not like I'm kind of looking for it, even though I kind of am. I'm just curious if, you know, because when you refine your shield and you have it in the sub-weapon slot, it gives you 15% resistance. So I'm imagining if, when you move it to the main slot, do you keep that resistance, or does it for some freaking reason become, like, extra attack? Gloria. Gloria. Gloria, Gloria, Gloria. Shield repair. Oh, man. There's too much to record. There's too much, like, information. By the way, time to eject these. And eject these. Interesting. Oh yeah, I'll look it up. But again, my question still stands about the resistance. If my shield isn't, if my main weapon is a shield, is that resistance? Is it stacking resistance like normal? Okay, it's pre-shields. Okay, yeah, I'll have to take a look. I don't think I have pre-shield skills on this character yet. This thing needs to drop iron already. Okay, so I'll have that extra resistance when I go dual shield on this. Okay. Yeah, so if I go dual shield and I have shield as a main weapon, shield as a sub weapon, and I refine my armor and additionals, I'll have a total of 60% resistance. Yeah, that's what I was asking earlier. If it's a total of 60% resistance. So it doesn't matter where the shield is on whether it's a main weapon or sub weapon, it's gonna be resistance regardless. So I imagine at least. So it does not. So it doesn't matter. So I'm still gonna have 45% resistance. Okay. Yeah. I don't I don't know why I was having a hard time understanding that. Okay, so yeah, the I don't benefit from two shields being plus S, do I? Oh, there's so much homework to do, Blue. So much homework. Oh, we got ourselves a little halberd. garbage. I mean, it's okay. Shield repair. Recovers guard power consumed. Also recovers MP depending on the recovered guard. So more AMPR. And surprisingly, also why some people may feel emboldened enough to mistakenly use light armor. Because the misconception of bonus resistance from having two shields. Is that what you mean? That's what you mean? Which is contradictory to dual shield. Oh yeah, I imagine. It's like, I don't know why you would go double shield if you're just gonna put light armor and take it. Because, wait, you'll still have guard though, right? Even if you do have light armor? But then again, like you said, if I go heavy armor, I get extra guard recharge and power, right? So by going light armor, I'm losing guard power and recharge. Which, like you said, contradicts having two shields. Because like you said, the guard power and guard recharge matter. Once I get this iron, I'm going to take a look at the priest skills that we were talking about earlier. This motherfucking iron don't want to drop. Dual shield offers AoE guard when using heavy armor, but light armor, you only have frontal guard. And with light armor, you lose 50% base defense and magic defense, meaning you take more damage and lose more guard power. I thought base defense and magic defense doesn't really matter all that much, especially late game. Unless those two matter or contribute to guard power. Which again, I wouldn't know. Shield repair and physical defense are heavily relied on. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to start doing some research on this. Like, even on my own time when I'm not streaming. Like, I need to come up with a straight and narrow plan for this tank. Thank freaking God we actually got the iron. If you were hit with armor break and lose more than 50% defense and magic defense, that's almost like losing 50% of your defenses. Yeah. I thought resistances were more important, though. Like, I thought, like, yeah, in the beginning, I imagined, like, defense and magical defense mattered, but I thought later on it didn't really matter all that much. I guess it does matter, because it's like you have physical and magical defense, and then you have damage reduction. But damage reduction really don't matter. You don't have no physical and magical defense, I assume. Gosh. I'll keep that. It's a lot to think about. Physical and magical resistance can supplement to a point, but don't mistake it for a wholesale replacement of defense and magic defense. Yeah, again, for for a bit, for quite some time, I did supplement it. That's exactly what I was doing. But I'm thinking about it now, because again, resistance, again, like, I imagine you look at it like it's damage reduction. But again, even if you reduce like half of the damage you receive, that other half is going to probably go through your physical magical defense. And if you have no physical magical defense, you're still taking so much damage. If you want to see what I mean, try using Rampage with and without protection and Aegis. I will not be doing that. Oh, wait, where am I? Where am I? Okay. I thought I was in the freaking thing for a second. I mean, not on this account, at least. Again, when I make that night build on my main account, I'll definitely do it on there. We are a proud owner of a shield. And equip. Hell yeah. Whatever. Just switching around. Want something new. Another Toram streamer. Hope you have a good time. Thank you, brother. I am having a good time. I'm having a good time talking with y'all. Let's go back. Is this thing gonna go back? There we go. Some priest skills. Let me bring y'all with me on my adventure to the interwebs. There we go. Let's see. Gloria. So this is one of the ones you mentioned earlier. Sorry about that. I'm adjusting the mic. Weapon. Other. So, increases defense and magic defense for a short time. Also raises guard recharge if you equip a shield. Guard recharge of shield users affected by the skill is raised further. Cast time 1 second. Affected by cast speed. I imagine it doesn't really matter. Grants glory buff to the caster and party members upon successful cast. So this is going to be another important thing. Dude. Baloo, you don't understand how helpful you've been this entire stream. You really don't. Or maybe you do. You probably do. Because, like, this is going to help with even my mercenary. My mercenary will be able to survive much easier with me activating Gloria. I should be writing this stuff down. I really should. I need to get a notebook later when I get the chance. Yeah. When I go to the store next time, I'm definitely going to go pick up a notebook to write in. So cast time 1 second. Skill effects grants Gloria buff to the caster and party members upon successful cast. Naturally, I'm going to assume that this means not only my mercenary but my pet. Defense plus 200%. Magic defense plus 200%. Guard recharge plus 10% only applies on members with shields equipped. Which I'm assuming that's specifically the guard recharge. Buff duration 30 seconds. High skill level takes priority when multiple instances are present. You said you're trying to do STR Vite on O-hand shields? No. Can you check out Nemesis for me real quick? I think you'll have like what you see there. Sorry to disappoint you, man. I'll still check Nemesis. But no. That is going to be for my two-hand sword mercenary. Two-hand sword mercenary is going to be Two-hand sword mercenary is going to be the one that has STR vitality. I want it to go vitality MTL. But we'll see. Let's see what this has to offer. Okay. Sub-weapon. Shield. Total STR. Let's just pretend it's 255. So, Nemesis. Active skill, physical, NP 200, combo middle. Elements, light, combo start. Yes. Combo starter. Deal physical damage to an enemy and makes it a target of divine retribution. The effect will stack when activating the skill again. A magic AoE will be added according to the number of stacks. Using with a staff or knuckle doesn't change the content. A line linking you with the divine retribution target is shown. Being too far from the target, cancel the divine retribution. So I have to be close to the enemy, which I will be as a tank. The effect will stack when dealing damage to the linked target receiving damage. The stacked effect is lost when the effect afflicted by silence. When the buff from this skill is active, Exorcism and Holy Book will ignore the elemental conditions, and dual element with magic devices will be added. Magic attack range, radius. Nemesis buff. Okay, skill constant 600, multiplier 1255. I'm saying something. Does the skill multiplier change at all? Oh, it does with STR. Oh, okay. Brother, Baloo, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure what I'm finna go now. I'm not sure what I'm finna go. Like, tank seemed great, but now I'm not sure. Now I might go like a Vitality STR. I'm not completely sure. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, I like what I'm seeing in terms of damage, but I don't know if I'm confident enough to sacrifice any amount of safety for damage. But I'm also thinking about what you said earlier about mercenaries and not contributing much late game. So I'm conflicting it because I'm conflicted. Grants a nemesis buff and links you with the target upon a successful hit. Okay. Okay, grants a nemesis blah 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 buff effect. Think it over for a day or two, man. It took me 3 years to perfect my playstyle and tank, but I will at least relay my experiences to you about pitfalls and what to watch out for. No skill builds or stat choices. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I understand. I mean, this was gonna happen eventually. Like, I think about it like this. Like, I'm sure somebody might see this as cheating, like you giving me all this information, but I don't see it as that. Because I see it as this. If I weren't talking to you right now, and you were off doing something else, what would happen is I'd continue on my merry way. Eventually, I will reach a brick wall, and then to overcome that brick wall, I would be here on the database anyways. So it's kind of like I'm preventing that brick wall way beforehand. Priest skills, knight skills, all these freaking skills I need to look at. I know Royal Heal is also going to be something. Yeah. Jesus, man. Like, all these look freaking insane. You will have many brick walls ahead of you. Naturally. Naturally. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to lock in for this shit. Man, it's it's gonna be a lot to think about. But that's the best part about this. That's gonna be the best part about this. I love running into brick walls. Makes the game fun and interesting. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? I don't think armor is gonna be important now. Let me hurry up and think about what I'm gonna do next on the game before I go back to talking about that. I think it's probably best to plate armor I can get from Flare Volg. Fight where? Yeah, I mean it's probably yeah. Let's we're not gonna worry about armor. Let's just continue with the story and worry about leveling up my tank. Baloo says the key for me was mastering knight skills and making combos. You don't have damage, so you have to find inventive ways to combo and keep yourself safe. Yeah. I guarantee you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be busy for sure the next 2 or so days coming up with a strategy to like for this night and just trying to counteract as many of these quote unquote brick walls as possible. It's just like it's gonna require me to kind of tackle these problems one at a time. Like I think like I'll have to start off with making sure I take little damage and go through all the skills and the priest, knight, shield skill trees and all that stuff. Then I'll have to think about how I'm going to deal damage and be self-sufficient in damage regardless of my mercenary or not. Like I'm going to have to work my way down a list of stuff. And I'm going to have to write all these things down because I'll forget about it. I think if I sit here and I try to think of all of these things at once, I'll become overwhelmed very, very easily. But I think if I tackle, like if I take this concept of a tank, of a the perfect free-to-play tank, I guess, quote unquote, and I deconstruct it and tackle each point one at a time, yeah, I think I can get that done. I really do. But again, the number one goal for me is surviving. So I guess I'll have to find a way to survive while not just contributing everything to that, if you know what I mean. I don't just invest all of my points into survival skills and stuff like that, but into damage dealing skills as well. I foresee 2 brick walls for you at your current level. How do you deal with high defense enemies which come from a higher difficulty fights and ailments? Early on, when you have low MTL or vitality, you are the most vulnerable to death. Yeah, naturally, right? But you are absolutely correct. There's no but. I mentioned this earlier, Blue, but I'm not telling you to go look at the first stream. Like on the first stream, I got distracted. Like I was at Minotaur, and I was fighting the Minotaur, and I looked at chat, and I wasn't paying attention, and I did end up dying, so I had to restart the IronMan challenge, which sucked. So, because I wasn't paying too much attention to the Minotaur, because I didn't think that the Minotaur was a big deal, right? But I forget that because I'm not on an account with no restrictions, that I'm very susceptible to dying. And that my equipment is just not good now, and it won't be good until I get to a higher level. But because of that death, because I've had to restart, I think I've been extra careful with just randomly running into bosses. Like I'm genuinely sitting here considering each and every boss I have to run into, and just kind of whether or not I'm capable of it. Whether I'm capable of even beating the boss in the first place. In my assumption, if I go as I am now, the highest I can probably get is maybe Mocello, I think. Like easy peasy. Beyond that, I think it'll require skill, which I've only just recently started doing keyboard and mouse on Toram, so yeah, I just don't think I'm not confident in my skill. Where's my mercenary? Jesus Christ. Hmm. Dang, now that you've told me about all this stuff, it's just like, now I'm just sitting here thinking about it. By the way, with ailments, you mean like stuff like stun and poison? Hmm. Your stats are only one aspect of your gameplay. Remember, late in the game, high HP won't matter, because fractional damage exists. Yeah, you're right. Resistance matters in late game. Early game, you need damage to end fights. Yeah. Um... I'm trying to think about where... There is a point, I think, in the game for players. Hold up. The early game should be build up of your power base. So refining gears and building up stats to get high skill damage. Oh yeah, I mean, naturally, I mean, hold up. Cast speed. That's why it's like you see like with the two-hand sword, I got it to +5 Getting it to plus S is one of the first things I'm definitely aiming for, right? Like a little bit of a roadmap. So my goal is to get to a point to where I can have like a third slot, and I can get a mage character that I can use to farm and farm ores and all that stuff, and then use those ores to refine equipment. But first, I have to safely get to that point to where I can start farming stuff like mithril ore. So, getting to... I don't know if I can get to chapter... Getting to Hora or Aura, whatever you call it, like... Where is it? Getting to this area, Diomedea. Like, this area is, like, I think where the quote-unquote, like, converging point is, where you're in the early game and you're unsafe, but once you reach this area, like, you have access to a lot of stuff here. I mean, yeah, I could use hematite, I could use all that. My mind is still thinking about mithril ore because of the pity system, but Damascus. I mean, why would isn't Damascus harder to obtain, or am I incorrect? Am I wrong? Damascus would be much more hard to obtain. Because I'm probably going to go a luck mage, if I'm being honest. Imagine you're saying Damascus because you're thinking I'm going tech. Or, yeah. Because I know each of them has their own pity value or whatever. But I thought Damascus was far more rare. Hmm. I'm sitting here just killing these. I have more than enough vines. I'm too busy thinking about this. I'm over farming now. Let me distribute some stat points. Magic defense. I guess while you're on topic of... While you're working on typing or whatever, I'm also curious about battle skills. Because earlier you were talking about physical and magical defense. But I wonder if... Because I think in battle skills, you get physical and magical defense. When you have a refiner... your tech refiner will get you close to your highest refinement level. Then the luck refiner manipulates the odds to go higher than you normally can with your tech refiner. It probably won't be worth to go for defense mastery and defense up. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. See, here's the thing, Baloo. Uh, I think I'm only going to be able to have 4 character slots, because unless there are different ways to obtain orbs, I'm not going to be spending money on this account. And I can't have event exclusives, right? Like, nothing like that. Like, emblems are fine, but as far as I'm aware, like, to get more character slots so I can have tons of different characters, like, I'm gonna need tons of orbs. So to have a tech refiner and a luck mage or whatever, Like, that's 2 slots right there. So, I'm essentially saying I don't know if I'll have the space for 2 characters to get away with that. 3 is fine too. It's just a matter of stat distribution. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Because luck and tech are in the same personal stat, right? So it's like you either have one or the other. I mean, if you can only choose one, I imagine having a luck mage is much better than having a tech mage. I don't know. Maybe just in my eyes, it seems like it only seems like I can have one or the other. Yes. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Hmm. Yeah, what I'll probably do, traits can take care of whatever stats you're missing. Yeah, what I'll probably do is, yeah, if I can get my hands on 4 character slots, because what was it? I believe it's you get character slots. You get 4 character slots for free. You get one at 2 hours, one at 11 hours, if I recall, and then one at like chapter 4 or 8 or something. Free character slots. Toram. God, I can't remember. I can't remember how many free character slots you get. But I swear to God, it's 4. I swear to God, one of them unlocks at at a certain chapter. But I think it's chapter 4. For example, I use Vengeful Power on my main character's armor because the detriment of having a special stat means I get no offensive benefit. But what if you play a damage dealer character who needs survive stats? Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Um, Gosh, I'm so paranoid about taking damage that like my thought was that I was gonna go int vitality on one of the things, but probably not. That's what I was talking about a few days ago. But what I'll probably do is I'll make like a luck mage first, like when I get to a point where I can start farming, and then have a luck mage shield. It'll have a staff shield, yada yada, whatever. It'll farm my ores for me, and I could start refining then. I think I'll probably refine my mage's weapons just so I have easier damage. Um, you said Baloo says like vengeful life, giving bonus HP when hit by an enemy, and you use tech or luck character and makes potions. Yeah, potions are also going to be a big thing. Oh my gosh, it is all overwhelming. Like I have to think about alchemy, which with alchemy you're going to want tech. I imagine. I think tech is what you want for alchemy. So yeah. So if I can get my hands on those 4 character slots, I'll have the tank, I'll have the 2-hand sword mercenary, I'll have a luck mage and a tech mage. I won't really worry too much about the tech mage having damage. All I need is the luck mage, because any farming that I'm going to be doing with the mages are going to be done with the luck mage. And my damage, my extra damage in battle comes from my two-hand sword mercenary. I'm trying to... It's a lot. It's a lot, it's a lot, it's a lot. I want to get the most out of each character slot. That's what I'm thinking. Because I only get 4. Unless I mysteriously find a way to get more shards. You can have everything you want, you just need to consider how you're going to get it all at once. Yeah. And I need to consider what I need now and what I need later. Because I don't think I can really get it all at once. And to a degree, there's no need to get all of these things at once. Right? Like, I think that, like, if I'm really planning on going really far with the IronMan challenge, like, I'm gonna want a blacksmith character that can craft its own equipment and stat its own equipment, which I'm definitely gonna need, like, a tech character. I believe tech is gonna be important. It'll probably be a vitality tech character if I imagine, or I imagine, but yeah, vitality tech. So late game, when when free-to-play equipment isn't all that good, I can actually start crafting swords, armors, and all that stuff. Which, I won't need a blacksmith early on. Heck, I might not even need it for the first half of this challenge. It might be for the back half of the challenge when the bosses are too difficult. So, I'll probably create a luck mage first, and then a tech mage later. Or a tech vitality, whatever, later. You say you want regeneration, but maybe regress is an answer, or perhaps traits like blood regen. There are similar things for MP regen and resistance, but maybe skills do it better. Definitely consider it. Oh, there's a lot to consider, man. Fairy feather. Wait, did I just get 3? No, 2. Gosh, like, a part of me wants to do it one at a time, like, tackle these problems one at a time, but I know I can't put those off. Like, I know I can't put off these issues for too long either. Because if I wait too long, then it's going to be much harder to fix when I do run into those brick walls. Huh. Man, why am I not attacking? Jesus Christ. But I must say this for my own sake: a tank made with player made gear is not as good as a tank with non-player made gear. Your strength is the ability to absolutely never die if you are patient enough to watch the boss die before you do. Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. I think the blacksmith might be more or less for the mercenary, if I'm being honest. That or for my mage. Because in time, I'll need the mercenary and the mage to be able to farm difficult bosses and difficult monsters. And if they just remain on inferior equipment, which they will be for a while, it's just gonna make my time in Toram difficult. And I understand, like, the beginning of the game is gonna be difficult for me, but I'm not trying to keep it difficult for long. So whatever I can do to get myself to a point where I'm comfortable and I'm not afraid of dying, I don't feel like I'm in the early game phase. That's what I want to aim for, which is again why I'm kind of trying to make a beeline to whatever chapter so I can start refinement. Again, get myself to that luck mage. Okay. Once we beat the Minotaur boss, we're probably gonna end the stream if I'm being honest. Sadly, I got work tomorrow. But dang, no, this is a lot to consider. All this is. But it's good though. As overwhelming as it may feel to think about all this stuff, because all of it is important. It's like it's a good thing, because I think about like how long I would probably go without knowing any of this stuff, and it's just too many pitfalls, too many brick walls to run into. And it's good to address those things now. Did I get enough thick beaks? Do I have 3 thick beaks? No. I need thick beaks. Did the thing just reset? I don't know if it reset. I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Oh, I love it when this thing takes 10 years to load. Lord have mercy. This game. Oh. Don't give things up if possible. You have infinite benefits if you manage it well. Infinite benefits if you manage it well. What you mean, like, what do you mean by that, actually? I'm curious. I'm trying to think of what you mean by that. Like, you're talking about characters, or... Or you're talking about possibilities. Like, if I manage my strategy well, you're saying that I can go far? Is that what you mean? Is that what you're saying? What is with this not loading? I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. I might have to restart Toram. Holy crap, dude. I did not realize I've been streaming for this long. Shoot, man. I just have 1.5 billion tabs open. That might be why my freaking thing is slow as shit. Sorry, I'm restarting Toram. With the introduction of traits, you can become an unkillable semi-DPS full tank. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's why I was saying that there's a lot of things to consider. Traits are going to be important. My gosh. These skills are going to be important. So, would it... might... That will be Later, though. Yeah, definitely later. But, again, creating a plan for the tank is going to be important. Like, seeing how I can get the most out of damage reduction. Think on it for a couple days. Oh, brother, definitely. I will definitely be thinking on it for a couple days. There's no way I think about it in one day or two. Oh, my gosh. Freaking neck. But it might be best to come up with a plan for the tank to be able to take as much damage as possible. I'm not looking to be like this super invincible thing, but deal a good amount of damage, and then whichever area suffers the most, that's what I could cover with traits. That's what I have to consider, right? So yeah, I'll have to come up with an idea, come up with a plan, come up with a build, which that's probably the it's kind of terrifying to think that I'm going to try and come up with a build. Oh, rip screen. Sorry. Again, like I said, I was restarting Toram Online. My bad. I had to restart the game. Um, but it's scary to think that I'll be coming up with a build. Should be working. Shows it on my screen. I think it's just because of delay. There we go. Whew. And this two-hand sword mercenary getting stuck behind walls. But it's kind of terrifying to think that I'm gonna have to come up with a build. But it's also kind of exciting. Like, because if I can come up with a really good build, that'll be awesome. Like a tank that deals a good amount of damage will be awesome. Because then it'd be a build that could be applicable to like a lot of people, right? Like a lot, especially like new players, maybe. Like the idea of having a tank that could go through story mode and be self-sustainable, take little damage, deal a good enough amount of damage. Just be like a solo story friendly build is just exciting. Again, like you said, the potential. This mercenary destroying this thing. Baloo shop 13. That was my exact thoughts when I made my tank. Well, did it turn out the way you thought, or do you feel like you're lacking in some areas with your build? Because now, I think, like, I still have to think about it for sure, but now, like, my thoughts kind of are moving in the direction of wanting to build, like, again, a tank. It was perfected just recently. I am happy to hear that, brother. So it is possible. It is very possible. Level 5 traits. But that's yeah, that's an inevitability. I'll have to think really careful. I need to Okay, there is some information I think I need to write down. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, brother. Okay. I have a few questions for you before we end the stream. I mean, I might be able to Google this stuff, but skill points. Skill points. What was my question? How many? I guess I should Google this, but I'm wondering the amount of skill points that one can have at level 100, 150, and 200. That's kind of what I'm wondering. Skill points can I have at level 120 online? Because it's not enough to just make a build. I think I need to know how many skill points I have in total. Like the distribution of skill points as I'm leveling up. Emblems get out of the way. Yeah. At level 100, you'll have earned all the skill points from leveling up, but the total available skill points will depend on the specific game. In the case of Toram line with the current level level. I guess it depends how you get skill points. Like the emblems for skill points. I guess that's another thing to do research on. Because, like, I imagine that some of these skill points are obviously gained. Some of them are gained from having level 10 skill trees. $300 skill points, no emblems at 250. Why did you do 250 divided by 5? So the reason I want to know this information, like I said earlier, as I'm leveling up my tank, and let's say I come up with the build, I want to be able to distribute stat points correctly, so I can maintain a level of safety while dealing damage. Okay, I'll bring you with me. I'm sorry, I was in the internet search because I'm pretty much done playing Toram for tonight, but I wanted to look up something real quick. So, I'm trying to find skills. Okay. Please tell me you have the total number. Okay, hold up. So, with all levels and all emblems, I could have 163 skill points at level 110, which that's more than I mean, I feel like this is as close as I'm gonna get to an easy answer without doing some type of math myself. But 163 with all levels and all emblems. Like, I'm willing to farm the emblems. That's not a problem for me. That's all levels and all emblems. Which 110 level cap. 163. Depending on your choice, buff skills, buff skill tree you main, the game will be easier or harder from there, but that is more of a playstyle thing. Okay. So, I think over the course of the next few days, I'll probably be not experimenting per se, but just kind of like researching like builds or skills, and then attempt to make a build, you know, on my own that gives me what I want, like defensive qualities and damage dealing qualities. Naturally leaning more towards defensive, but again, still enough skill points and damage dealing skills to be able to carry a fight by myself in case a mercenary or a pet doesn't cut it. So, I now know the strategy. We have a plan at least. We have a game plan, a roadmap, or something. So, I guess the next few streams will be focused on making our way to level 110, getting through the story, getting to a point where we can get that luck mage, but at the same time on the side, and maybe I'll discuss it on stream, we'll be getting this build put together. For example, the biggest issue to your build would be if you choose to acquire dancer skills from book looting chests in the late game. You could exist without it, but you will face challenges regardless. I am considering not worrying about books or not considering books. Because again, I cannot buy books from anybody. I cannot go on the consignment board or nothing because of the IronMan challenge rules. So the chance, like, I don't want to make a build that relies on me getting dancer skills or anything like that. So the idea would be to make a build that allows me to go bookless, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. So difficult. I understand that it'll be a very difficult task, but if I plan to make it far, I mean, it's going to be difficult. So yeah, what I'll probably do, where is it, Corn Club, I'll probably go through all of the buff skill trees like you were saying earlier, Obviously, partisan skills. Partisan skills might be the only one that I could potentially consider. But that boss is so hard. And the thing is, I'm not allowed to change the difficulty of a boss fight, so I can't just throw it on easy or anything. Hunter skills. I don't think hunter skills are from a book. Kicks on my server. Not that this is going to have anything for me. Yeah, I'll have to look through all these. Especially, like, these right here. Minus the dagger skills, like, these are going to be the ones that matter the most. That and probably these. Gosh. Jesus. Yeah. Okay, man. This is where we're going to call the stream, man. I appreciate you, especially Baloo, for all the assistance you've been giving all stream, and everybody else who stopped in. Anyone who's watching the VOD afterwards, I appreciate you for watching. But this is where we're going to end the stream. I hope you all take care. Have a good night, man. Yeah. Good night.